Okay, this is the weekly reading for June 1st, I believe, is Sunday. I got 3 overriding messages. So it's very blatantly for Lightworkers and Starseeds, this message. So if you do not resonate with that, then this probably isn't your reading. This is a call to action. And this is a message I've been getting over and over again, that you need to start planting seeds, building foundations for the new golden age, for the new earth. That's basically your mission, and the details of that will should be coming to you through past life memories, through meditation. A lot of information should be coming to you. If you need help, support, guidance, ask for it from higher dimensional beings, from readers that are attuned to that type of energy. And then on top of that, we have Archangel Sashael, who is the angel of good fortune and abundance. And these 3 in combination are just reassuring you that right now it's time for you to step into your path and your mission and start taking action on that. You are supported financially once you really tap into the this is the Archangel of Jupiter also, which is luck and love, I believe. I don't know that much about astrology, so I don't want to get into that too much, but it's definitely a good, positive, uplifting, abundant time to really step into this path. The energies are supporting it astrologically, energetically, even though there's so much chaos happening in the 2 lower vibrational planes. You guys really need to kind of start grounding this higher dimensional energy and stepping into your mission and your path, and you will be blessed on that path if you do that. Again, I'm going to have to read these because these cards are a little bit new. So just be patient with me here. There is a new beginning and an initiation into this. So this is, I did quite a few readings this morning and the last couple days that were talking about this initiation for many of you, rising up into another level of experience within the world. So this is talking about many people are really just seeing the surface of things, whereas you guys that are resonating with this reading see the big picture. And I spoke about this last week. You see the big picture, you see how all the moving parts are working together, and you see this new beginning happening. And it is a new landscape, a new energetic landscape on Earth, a new place to plant fertile seeds for the new growth of the new Earth. It's also saying to be somewhat picky with who and what you offer your services to. Some of you guys, not everybody is going to understand your message or the energy that you have to give. So be patient with the process. A lot of people are moving up into these higher dimensional spaces. But if you are just free-for-all throwing your info and your energy out there to people that don't appreciate it, it's going to get diluted. You really need to be working with people that appreciate your offerings, your beauty, and understand what it is you do. Okay, that might be a really specific message for somebody, I'm not sure. You're gonna have to read this. So there's a need to analyze. I'm feeling this as this need to release past lives. You may be getting a lot of information right now from past lives, other dimensional realities, multi-dimensional travels, and they're asking you to sit in quiet contemplation and to release those things that you don't need, to simplify things, basically. I think the feeling I'm getting is there's too much information moving around in the mind space. So you can gather this information energetically, but then simplify it down. Okay, there's some sort of celebration, some sort of shift that is happening through this transcendence. So all this chaos, mental chaos that's happening, it could be happening externally, which is then affecting the mind space. Once you transcend that, move beyond that mind space, there is a celebratory moment, the ability to step into more joy, more flow with life. And really accessing your galactic multidimensional wisdom. Working with higher dimensional beings, light beings, subtle energy, and your experience through life helping you to utilize this information within the world. That's what I'm seeing here. So it's simplifying things. Again, this might be really specific for one person or many of you guys. There's a lot of information, a lot of downloads coming in from many different dimensions, multi-dimensional, parallel universe, as well as past lives. So you need to take all this information, simplify it. Once you do that, you can transcend some of the chaos of the mind and then utilize your wisdom in the world while you're working with these higher dimensional energies, your energy work, your healing work, working with portals, gateways to help you access more information and funnel it into the earth plane. Okay, there is a now that I saw these two cards, I'm going to go back to the middle two cards. We are dealing with the multiple planes of existence, which we spoke about last week. You have the 3D, 4D, 5D. If you want to perceive it that way, you don't have to. There is a revival coming, a resurrection, a comeback, a rebirth within the collective. Okay. And there is going to be this pretty massive growth spurt within the collective field. Many people are going to start waking up to who and what they really are. So you guys as Starseeds, Lightworkers, are going to be asked that have walked this path, been walking this path for a long time, to then begin to utilize your information in a way that people can understand. Okay? So that's why they're asking you to simplify the chaos of the mind a little bit, so that when you express these messages and you work with other people, you can work with them at a level that they are able to understand. Now that doesn't mean change what you're doing. It's just getting rid of all the excess chaos in the head. So twofold message here. Some of you guys may need to simplify your communications. Many others of you just need to focus on what you're building, what you're creating in the future, and get rid of all the excess mental chaos. And again, I want to read this card. Like I said, I don't know these cards super well. They're really amazing, but There's always some little messages in here that yeah, so exactly what I said. There's just a growth spurt in the collective, okay? And as that happens, you guys as Lightworkers, Starseeds, will be able to explain who and what we truly are and help guide people back to their true knowing of self, because that's the spiritual process, that's the spiritual path, is people unlearning the programs and relearning the authentic self. That's the spiritual process, understanding who and what you are. It's a path back to self. So you will help empower people to do that, to find their authentic path back to themselves. We'll help them to transcend any shadow wounds, any complications within that path. So that is what is being asked of you. Okay, so through this chaos, can you stop, please? Can you stop? Thank you. I'm sorry, I usually have my dog in the other room, but it's hot in here today, so. Through the storm that is happening, the message I was given last week was that this situation is actually an accelerator to ascension for the collective. And it doesn't feel like that. What they told me is it's been planned, it's always been planned, it was always meant to happen. Nobody expected it, they didn't foresee it, the coronavirus, and then all the chaos that's ensued since then. It's uncovering some of the deepest, darkest issues within culture, within society, within the collective. And so what's happening and what they're saying is that this was spiritually initiated. That's these two. The sentinel is the storm and the authority of spirit. So this was always going to happen, and the intention of it was to move into more rapid ascension, because it was taking too long, to be honest. And there is this gift of connection. People are connecting on a different level now than they have in the past, because the stuff is coming up, the mud is being stirred so that it can be cleared, okay? And it's chaos and crazy, but know that there are many gifts and blessings in this situation, and if you start questioning that, then look to the blessings, let's look to the gifts. This is helping the collective move into this higher vibration, okay, as a group, which is what needs to happen. And so in that space, work with your higher vibrational energy, power of the mind. This is the technology, spiritual technology, which is the pineal gland, pituitary gland, helping you to create your reality in the celestial realms, in the higher dimensional spaces that have not fully grounded. So energetically, visualize more. More people need to be visualizing the collective energy, the earth that we want to move into. It's free energy. It's perfect health and healing, cures to all these diseases. It's people living in love and peace and harmony, and everyone having enough abundance, living in abundance, living in harmony with earth, these types of things. This is what we need to be creating and feeling from the heart space and building. So that's tending to the future. High vibration power of the mind. That's what they're talking about. Okay. So some of you guys, there is a need to connect with the earth. Some of you are crystal spirits also. And I also am getting the physical body for many of you is actually shifting into the crystalline body, that more plasmic based atomic structure. And as you're going through this process, you need to make sure you're spending time alone to allow your body to recalibrate and adjust. And again, in the future, we had resurrection before, now it's restoration, cure, safety. And this is in the future position. So if you are feeling lost or sad or worried about the state of the world, they are reassuring you that everything is going to be okay. Despite the challenges, despite the obstacles, remain in that space of hope, and look for the gifts in each situation. There is a need to really be present. What's happening now is not going to last. So say you're not working right now and you have extra time to hang out with family or friends or do things you want to do that. Be in the present moment right now is what they're asking. Have fun. Got the dolphin color. I mean, these cards are crazy accurate right now. So Fleeting Beauty is about being in the present moment. This phase, whatever is happening right now, is not going to be here forever. The beauty and the chaos. So appreciate it. Enjoy this time. Spend time with friends and family. I might reorient these just a tiny little bit. Golden Orient. Again, I gotta read these cards. I think we got this card last week. So this is talking about this prophecy. Okay, higher dimensional, sacred dreams, prophecies, dream journeys, temple of the dreams. This reminds me a lot of the celestial realm. This is where I get most of my information because I try to go to the highest based source to get information. This says, in one sublime convergence, all that has troubled you or caused hardship falls away, and the rewards of all that you have done simply are available to you in a lovely time of well-being, good fortune, and joy. So this comes back to the good fortune card at the beginning, and these two cards together is prophesized, it's predetermined, it's deterministic. Okay, I have not once heard of anybody saying that. A lot of even the 5D Starseeds Lightworkers are nervous, and it's because the energy is wobbly. We got that a few weeks ago, but right now they're saying that it's stabilizing, and you just need to stay in the higher spaces. So there's a need to really tap into your higher self, the eternal, immortal soul that you are, spirit that you are, and start working with this energy, which I talk about all the time. It's pulling it in, working with it creatively. That's what they're saying in the future as you're building and planting the seeds. This flow of energy from your higher self down into the creative and earth plane, the landscape here, to work with that moving forward. And it will be a much simpler process. Let me see what the card is after this. There is a gift that you were born with that is authentic to you, and it has to do with this rare knowledge, this simplified information that you're gathering in a simplistic form. This will point you to a gift that you have, that you were born with, that is now being awakened. To help you awaken to this gift, they're saying to use the creative process. Writing, painting, movement, singing, etc. will help you awaken to this and return to your natural, authentic self. And this also has to do with, excuse me, working with other people. Yes, so there will be an awakening of the higher ESP, HSP gifts, shift in consciousness. And when that happens, there will be this opening, this awakening, and it's asked that you really share the information that's coming to you in that space. Okay, so these decks are done speaking, so I'm gonna see if there's anything else. I'll clean this up here in a second. Max, that's enough. Okay, let's get into this higher dimensional info here. Okay, working with gold, silver, violet flame, I've seen this a ton. Starseeds, Lightworkers that are really working on the descension process or descending their energy. Work the gold, silver, violet flame coming down through the crown, through your physical body, through your feet, into the center of the earth. This purifies as well as raises the frequency of your lower chakras, as well as clearing and opening them. So that's some guidance there. Work on connection to unity consciousness and connecting through the field to all that is. Can work with Buddha. You can work with Buddha to really connect to this energy. But remember that you are one with everyone, and this really comes into play because of the inequality, the racial wars that are coming up, the conflict in the media. There is literally a war happening between the deep state and the positive military factions. If you aren't aware of that, I'm trying not to talk about that too much because it's chaotic, and it's the lower planes of existence that are really battling that, but we're all affected by it because we're all in this together. So if things come up, try to step into the space of unity consciousness, seeing yourself as everyone and everything else, and then making your, and this includes dark and light, this is that space of neutrality, and then make your decisions from that space of, instead of being angry or emotionally attached to something, expand out, clear your field, expand out into that unity space, and then it will be easier to make decisions that aren't subconscious. I don't know another word, the word that's coming to me, subconscious implants from the dark plan to get you to take actions that are actually not in your best good. And that's going to be confusing for some of you guys. You know, maybe you'll get it, maybe you won't, it's fine. This is talking about the Mahatma energy. Invoking the Mahatma energy to flow through you. This is Christ Buddha light, and it has the 12 rays, the energy of the 12 rays in it. So how do you invoke the Mahatma energy? You can work with this if you choose, or just sit with a golden light. And the way I've worked with it before is seeing the stream of golden light coming through and activating all the glands, the endocrine system. So you have the pineal, the pituitary, the thyroid, the thymus, the ovaries, gonads, adrenals. Is that all of them? 1, 3, 4. Pancreas. Yeah, that's 7. And then saturating those, and I've seen the energy, the frequency shift as like a golden ball around the endocrine system and helping to reactivate and bring those online. This seems a little complicated and a little specific for this reading, so I do feel as though it is just connecting to Christ and Buddha light through this. So sitting in a pillar of white light or the golden light and really connecting to that and allowing this energy to flow through you. Okay. So this is just reiterating what I was just saying, divine consciousness. So allowing, really stepping into this higher based consciousness. The planet needs that right now. And although there's a lot of people that are, you know, boots on the ground, you know, the digital soldiers kind of standing up for what they believe in, we need that too. But there's this message specifically based on the 3 first cards. Starseeds answer the call. Is a call to you guys to start working with divine consciousness, the higher based realities, and manifesting within the world. This is the call, okay? So you create it in other dimensional spaces through visualization, through the heart space, through the coherent space, and then you pull it in, okay? So it's really about working with these higher based energies. Let me see if there's anything else that comes through. I do want to get into some galactic info after I do this. So they're just saying that you guys need to be discerning in what you latch onto. There's a lot of manipulation happening. So if you start feeling fear or confusion, take a step back from social media, from the news, from whatever you're engaging in. Take a step back, realign to your truth, okay? So that you can engage in the world in a way that is beneficial for the greatest good. A lot of people are being manipulated into actions and behaviors that are not in the highest good, even though they think they are. So I'm just, might be a little harsh for some of you guys, but okay. They're just saying that there's no more messages. That's it. Okay. So I want one card of guidance from this deck. Just any last words of wisdom or guidance for the week coming up. Going through an initiation, and there's a need to really kind of take a step off, take a step back from everything that's going on, and reorient yourself, reorient your energy so that you can move through this unfazed. The initiation is helping many of you guys step into this leadership position and understand that leadership isn't leadership over others. If you're helping one person, you're leading through your own energy and your belief in yourself, your belief in the future of humanity, okay? As you all begin to take steps into the higher dimensional landscape and believing in that reality and acting upon it as well as creating it, then others will follow that path, okay? And understand that there is other dimensional beings, the Council of Light, many helpers in the subtle realms helping you. This is advanced ETs as well as angelic beings, spirit guides, goddesses, ascended masters, helping through this process, helping you to really kind of move through this initiation into this leadership position for the collective. Okay, last, is there one more word of guidance? I'm getting called to this deck. Sorry, I keep saying that's it, and then we're almost there. So yeah, it's really about, the overall guidance is to calm the mind, find your center, your coherent space, and bring your energy back into balance and harmony. From that space, you'll be able to discern your actions within the world a little bit better, as well as rising up and transcending a lot of the lower vibrational issues that are happening, and as well as utilizing your own spiritual technology to create in the multi-dimensional landscape in a very clear and precise, emotionally neutral way to help manifest the new earth. Okay, that was a ton of information. I did want to let you guys know that I am doing readings $20 and up. It's $20 per question. They're just email readings. They can get really intense. Do understand that I work with higher dimensional energies. The lower dimensional questions will get answered in a higher dimensional response, if that makes sense. That's just the way I work. I can try to get specific yes, no questions as well. But I am doing this so you can ask anywhere from 1 to 5 questions for $20 a question, and then I start a sliding scale after 5 questions, and then we can do more than that, and we'll do a range for you. So quantum healing helps to balance, harmonize the energies. What else is going on? I just finished my spiritual alchemy book. There's a class online. The book's done. You should be able to get that by Monday. Starcrafting book is done. Starcrafting online series is done, and I'm going to do a subscription base for the Starcrafting online so that you can, that will be launched hopefully next week. You can do a timed engagement with it, and I will be there to help support you to answer questions, etc., more so than I am with the Vimeo one. But the Vimeo one's much less expensive. You can time it yourself. The point of this, all the stuff I'm doing, is so that you can be self-sustaining and work through, it's like self-study. So that's why I'm trying to do a lot of this stuff in this manner. So if you have any questions, please email me, Mariah@onepreciouslight.com. Hope you enjoyed that. See you next week.